am actually ashamed to admit how long it took me to become comfortable making the art I want to make. I've always felt, because I've been drawn to sort of painting darker things, painting creepier stuff, that I've almost had to, and I know this sounds silly, justify it as if it's some sort of emotional release, rather than just, I like painting creepy stuff. Not all the time, but most of the time, yes, unless there's a spider dangling off her face, or spider webs, or sometimes replacing someone's entire face with a set of jaws. Anything that kind of, it's just always been my tastes and my flavour. I always say that I live in the spirit of Halloween and Tim Burton. So when anything that's kind of along that ilk has always been my thing. Now, as I've said in previous posts, I've actually been making art in the quiet for the last year and a half, and this is some of the things that I've been up to. Some of them you might have seen if you're on my Instagram page, but most of them are just things I've put in the background and just done because I wanted to. Like I said, this year I've been returning to joy, unapologetic joy, and I'm not painting to please anyone else other than myself. I'm no longer creating to please anyone else other than myself. There are so many things in life where I can serve and where I can help, but my creativity is mine, and that, like I said, I'm 44 and I'm learning and relearning this over and over again, that this space on the page can be absolutely, completely my world. And even though I've always operated with that in mind, I don't think I've ever embraced it as much as I have this year. And I don't know why it's taken me so long. I think because my day job is quite spiritual, and then very spiritual, and then my creative life has always been kind of strange, and then my musical life has always been a little bit emotionally raw, that these worlds in many aspects haven't actually merged very well. And I think I suffered from not just sort of this internalized capitalist idea, but I think I internalized marketing principles. Like I was marketing these different passions almost as different identities to myself, rather than just, it just got so screwy for so long, and it stopped me. It actually stopped me making art, which is the sad part, really, because it's as you can see with the stuff I'm making now, I'm just thoroughly enjoying myself. I take time. I paint what I want to paint, make what I want to make, sing what I want to sing, write what I want to write. And when I actually physically market them out to the world, yes, fair enough, keep them separate. But I've been doing that on an internal level for a while. Maybe that's part of that is, I think, my ADD kicking into gear, where I think what cottoned me onto the idea of me having ADD was my inability to prioritize my own thoughts to myself. And I know that's, well, most people in the artistic community are somewhere neurospicy, because you have to have some sort of different type of brain to want to sit in a room and draw a woman with 4 eyes. You know, there's got to be a certain thing going on in your brain chemistry there for that to be attractive to you. But you are my people, and I love you, and I want to not just do this for myself as a way to reclaim my own strangeness and reclaim my own weirdness. And I say those things as positive affirmations. These days, if somebody says that my art is weird, I say thank you, you know? Or if they say my art is too strange for them, that's okay too. You know, I've had those, I've actually had my art taken down once in a cafe because it disrupted, what did they say? It was offensive to their values. But this cafe was run by a church that banned Harry Potter books. I didn't know that before I hung my art in there. So fair enough, they're allowed their expression. That's fine. But that was, you know, that's a whole other vlog maybe I can talk about. But right now, I just want to talk about my desire to create darker art. And in some ways, I think that the darkness of it is emotionally easier to metabolize and to digest for me, rather than, I don't know, I find it more vulnerable creatively to do art that is loving and light and expresses love in a very conventional way. So now that I've said that out loud, I'm probably going to have to go do some art of that nature to make sure that I don't stay scared. But we'll see. We'll see. This entire process of sharing art has been a challenge for me, and about me challenging myself and creating spaces where I can show up. And even though I said that this vlog wasn't going to be entirely art, there will be other bits on lifestyle and ideas and things like that on here. For right now, I am reclaiming my creative nature in a way that feels more authentic, and I'm making the YouTube content that I want to see and that I enjoy making. I think it's important. It's just important to return to joy. And if you're an artist and you're listening to this, I'm certain some of it will resonate with you, because there's a part of us that is constantly invited to betray ourselves, especially now with AI art and attempting to compete with that, and it's nonsensical. But I do have some thoughts on that anyway, but we can talk about that again in another vlog. I know I did a vlog on that a year ago, but my thoughts have completely changed on the whole AI thing. But as for art itself, if you are in this space where you are afraid to share what you're making, I totally get it. And if it feels like cumbersome, that's fine. Right now, if I'm only sharing because it feels joyful and fun to do so. And I'm going to continue to do it for as long as joy is the measure. It doesn't always have to be fun and happy, because those are fleeting things. But I think joy is, for me now, this carrying card, this calling card that says that I'm home. And this is what I want. I want to feel home in everything I'm doing. If I want to paint a woman who has spiders crawling up her back, or a man with a giant mouth at the back of his head, if it feels like home, if it feels like this is kind of what I'm supposed to be doing, then that's what I'm going to continue to do. And I am kicking myself a little bit that it's taken me until 44 to not just know the lesson, because I knew it intellectually, but to be able to completely embody it. That has been bracing and really, really liberating. I just really want to make art that speaks to me, and art that I want to see, and I want to make music that I want to listen to, and I want to write books that I want to read, and all of these things I'm actually doing now. Like, everything's in process. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. It's exactly where I want it to be. And yeah, I'm just kind of really, really happy with that right now. So yeah, I'm hoping you're liking everything I'm making anyway. You know, that's it is something that I'm hoping we sort of connect with at some point, because you never know. You never know. You might hate everything I'm doing. I doubt it. I'm just talking out my bum here. But this is, yeah. Oh, by the way, most of these are Inktober. The ones in my sketchbook are Inktober prompts and things that I like to, again, I live in the spirit of Halloween. Halloween is 12 months long for me. And yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed actually watching some of my sketches and watching some of my paintings. If you're interested in the methods I use, then it's pretty much acrylic and Posca markers for some of the details, and desperation, and a sprinkle of neurospicy mental adventure. Yeah, so here is where I started to get really into shadow people, but that's going to be a theme I explore later on. But yeah, I think we're coming to the end of this now, so I hope you're liking. Yeah, well, I kind of guess I was wrong with that, because there's going to be plenty more to take a little look at. I think there's one more sketch after this, which every time I do start a new sketchbook, I've gotten into the habit of doing a monster self-portrait, or some sort of warped, strange self-portrait. So it's kind of, I don't know where I got it from. It might have been from like a Mabs Drawloween challenge at some point, but Yeah, so this is it coming up? Here, should be here somewhere, should be on your screen if my camera ever focuses. But yeah, this is, I'm getting better with my portraits, I think. They're definitely evolving, but yeah, this is the Monster self-portrait, and I've done quite a few of them now, so you should be seeing them all over my Instagrams and all my bits and pieces. But yeah, this is where I leave you today, and I really, really hope you've enjoyed what I share and how I share it. If you have any suggestions, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments below, because I'm always open for a lovely conversation with you. And thank you for tuning in again. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like any of your paintings and you want to see more of them, just let me know. If you want to buy anything or have a print of something, or you think I should run prints of something, I want this to be a conversation. This is all like still part of the reintroduction of how I'm going to be sort of connecting with you and sharing with you what I get up to. But other than that, thank you for tuning in again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you all soon.